Hello, this is Janila, the person behind Crafty Crochet Castle, and here I've crocheted a little robin bird and its nest with some eggs. In this video, I'll show you how to crochet this little bird. The tutorial for the nest and the eggs is available in the description box below. You can choose to crochet the bird in different colors or in different yarn as well. In this video, I'll show you how to crochet this robin. So we'll be following the color changes as that of a robin, and I'm using worsted weight acrylic yarn here. I have also used the same pattern to crochet another bird, and this is using fur yarn, and I've used brown colors. And this is how the bird looks when you choose to use two strands of yarn. Here I've used one strand of eyelash yarn and another strand of worsted weight acrylic yarn. I've used 5.5 mm hook here, and our bird has turned out to be much bigger. So you can choose to crochet this bird in any yarn, and you can use any colors as your preference. This project is a perfect scrap yarn project. Even though the pattern has basic crochet stitches, I would rate the difficulty as advanced as we have some color changes while working in rounds. If you choose to crochet this bird without the wings, it is a completely no-sew project and it will look good in plush yarn, fur yarn or eyelash yarn. But if you're working with acrylic yarn, I would recommend you to attach wings to the project. The bird is about 4.5 inches long from the tip of the tail to the tip of the beak and is about 2 inches tall, and the nest measures 4 inches in diameter. The eggs are about 1.5 inches tall. To crochet the bird, I'm using worsted weight yarn in 4 colors. This is 100% acrylic yarn. And I'm using light gray, dark gray, burnt orange and yellow for the beak, and I'm using a 4.5 mm crochet hook for it. You can use any yarn and choose a hook size that is 1 or 2 sizes smaller than the recommended hook size for your yarn weight. I'm also using scissors, at least 2 stitch markers, yarn needle. For the eyes, I'm using 10 mm safety eyes here. If you do not have safety eyes, you can embroider the eyes in black embroidery thread and needle. And to embroider the white details, I'm using a white thread and needle. And you would also need a tiny amount of brown yarn to embroider the legs below the bird. And you would need some polyfill stuffing. The details of these materials are in the description box below. Now let us crochet the bird. I'm taking my darker gray here. For round 1, I will do a magic circle and 6 single crochet inside the ring. If you find it hard to work with a magic circle, you can do chain 2 and work your 6 single crochet in the second chain from the hook. Now let me show you how to do a magic circle. To do so, I'm going to take my yarn and I will wrap it around my 2 fingers and cross it over at the point where both the yarn meets, and I will pinch here. And now I will take all my fingers out. And we have a little loop here. I will insert my hook inside the loop and I will yarn over and bring a loop. This yarn is from the skein end. And now I'm going to take all my fingers out and carefully hold everything in place. I'm going to pinch it over here and I will make sure the loop on the hook is of the correct tension. That is, it's not too loose or not too tight. So our hook can move a little bit freely over here. And then I will yarn over and pull through the loop on the hook. So this is our magic circle. And this ring is adjustable. We'll be crocheting our stitches on these 2 strands of yarn over here. So now I'm going to do 6 single crochet inside the ring. To do a single crochet, I'll insert my hook inside, yarn over and bring a loop. We have 2 loops on the hook. Now I will yarn over and pull through both the loops. This stitch is called as a single crochet. Now I'll do 5 more single crochets here. So we have a total of 6 single crochet for round 1. You can always turn your project to the top to count the total number of stitches over here. Each V is 1 stitch. So once when you complete 6 single crochet, hold your stitches with one hand and grab the tail in the other. And now you can pull the tail slowly. See how the opening is getting closed. And this is how we would close the opening of our magic circle. Make sure to pull it tight so that our opening is completely closed and we have completed round 1. For this pattern, we'll be working in rounds and I'm not going to join at the end of each round unless I mention it. Now, if you would like, you can mark the last stitch with a stitch marker. You can use a stitch marker like this or a piece of another color yarn. By using a stitch marker, we can work on the repeat pattern for the rounds very easily without having to count the total number of stitches for each round. Now let's work on round 2. For round 2, the pattern is 2 single crochet in every stitch around. So in my very first single crochet over here, I will insert my hook. I'll be inserting inside the V over here. And I will do 2 single crochet in the same stitch. So here's 1 single crochet and here's the second single crochet. Now I will do 2 single crochet in the remaining 5 stitches here. Round 2 will have a total of 12 single crochets. So now I'm at the last stitch over here, which is marked by the stitch marker. When I come to this stitch, I will remove the stitch marker. I will do 2 single crochet here. And I will place my stitch marker back in the last stitch. We'll be using a stitch marker like this. So now when we work on the repeat pattern, we will automatically know when we are at the last stitch for that particular round. So now let's work on round 3. For round 3, we'll be following a repeat pattern. The repeat pattern is 2 single crochet in the next stitch and 1 single crochet in the next 3 stitches. So this pattern is going to be the repeat pattern for the round. So I'll be repeating this pattern 2 more times over here, and round 3 will have a total of 15 single crochet. Now the little head is beginning to form over here, and sometimes when we are working, a magic circle will open up. We can see a little hole here. So to prevent this, all you have to do is put a pause to the project and turn your project to the wrong side. Pull the tail once again so that it is completely closed, and then you can secure with a knot over here. To do so, I'm going to grab my yarn needle, thread the tail in it, and then I would secure it with a knot over here after pulling it tight so that our opening is completely closed. This is a little tip. When we are working with the flutter projects, we can weave this tail in, but because this is the inside of our project and we will be using stuffing here, I'm going to leave the tail as is and we can continue working on our project. Now let's work on round 4. For round 4, the repeat pattern is 2 single crochet in the next stitch, followed by 1 single crochet in the next 4 stitches. This is going to be the repeat pattern for the round, and I will repeat this pattern 2 more times, and round 4 will have a total of 18 single crochet. For the next round, we'll be using a different color. So I'll be changing my color in the last stitch of this round. So when I'm at the last stitch over here, I'll show you how to change the color. We'll be changing the color to a lighter gray. So here we can start off the last stitch like how we would normally do. That is, insert the hook, yarn over and bring up a loop. So now I have 2 loops on the hook. Instead of yarning over and finishing it with this color yarn, I'm going to take my lighter gray yarn and I'm going to hold it like this, and I will yarn over and pull through both these loops using the newer color yarn. So once when we do that, we can pull both these tails together and we can trim off the darker gray here. And there we have changed our color. This is one method to change the color. If you have any other preferred method, you can do that as well. So now this is the last stitch. I will use a stitch marker to mark that, and we can continue working on round 5. For round 5 we'll be using 2 colors in this pattern itself. So now with the lighter gray, I will do 1 single crochet in the next 3 stitches. And here I will be changing my color to burnt orange. So I'm taking my burnt orange yarn and I will change the color like how I would normally do. We'll be doing 1 single crochet in the new color in 4 stitches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my lighter gray and I'm going to hold it in the top of our stitches like this. This will get weaved in and we can easily change our color. So when I'm working on this stitch, there is a single crochet. I will insert my hook and I will complete the stitch, and this will be in between the loop on the hook and the skein end of the yarn, and we can work on our stitches. So make sure just to hold this light gray yarn on top of our project and we can work on our stitch. At the 4th single crochet, I'm going to change my color back to the light gray. So I'm going to drop this yarn, pick up the light gray yarn, and I will complete the stitch with the light gray yarn. So now we'll be working the remainder of the round in light gray. So I'm not going to hold this burnt orange yarn on top of our project because we have to carry it all the way around. So we'll just drop it and we'll pick it up next time when we use it. We do not have to fasten off it over here. So now in the next 4 stitches, I will do 1 single crochet each. And I will do 2 single crochet in the next 6 stitches. We have 1 stitch remaining here. Here I will do 1 single crochet. This round will have a total of 24 stitches. Now let's work on round 6. For round 6, I will do 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches. And in the second stitch, I will change my color back to burnt orange. So I will start my stitch in the gray yarn. I will drop it and I will pick up my burnt orange yarn and I will hold it like this. So this is coming from our project itself. So make sure to leave enough yarn, not too much, just enough. You can just hold it like, bring it along the project like this, and you can complete the stitch. So this yarn will be like parallel to our project over here. And now we can start weaving in the light gray yarn. So hold the light gray yarn on top of the project. You can also hold the other orange yarn on top of our project, and we can continue weaving in these 2 strands as we work on. So now I will do a single crochet in the next 6 stitches with this burnt orange yarn. See how I'm holding both the yarns, and we do not have any yarns on the inside of the project. When we are at the last single crochet, I'll drop my orange yarn and I will finish the stitch with this light gray yarn. And we do not have to weave in the orange yarn now. You can just drop it and continue working the round with the light gray yarn. So in the next 3 stitches, I will do 1 single crochet each. and I will do a half double crochet in the next 3 stitches. To do a half double crochet, I will yarn over, insert my hook inside the stitch, yarn over and bring up a loop. So now we have a total of 3 loops on the hook. I will yarn over and pull through all 3 loops at once. This stitch is called as the half double crochet. It's a little bit taller than the single crochet. I will do a half double crochet in the next 2 stitches over here. And I will do 2 half double crochet in the next 6 stitches. So I will work 2 half double crochet in the same stitch for a total of 6 times here. Now I'll do 1 half double crochet in the next 3 stitches here. And we have 1 more stitch remaining here. I will do a single crochet in the last stitch. This round will have a total of 30 stitches. And this is the head of the bird, and now we are forming the back of our bird over here. Round 7, I will do a single crochet in the next stitch with this light gray yarn, and so I will change my yarn color to orange over here. So I'm going to drop my yarn, I'm going to grab the burnt orange yarn, and I'm going to hold this on top of our project over here, and I'm going to finish it off over here. This would help you in identifying how much yarn you should leave before we complete the stitch. So now let's continue working on our project. I'll hold both these, the light gray yarn and the orange yarn, on top of our project so that these two will get weaved in while we work on it. If you find it hard to weave in these two tails, just leave the orange tail alone but weave in the gray tail alone while completing the project. This would be a lot easier if you are a beginner, that is weaving in just one tail. Otherwise, you can just hold both the yarns as well. And I will do 1 single crochet in the next 8 stitches with this orange yarn. And when I'm at the last stitch, I'm going to drop the orange yarn and I'm going to finish it off with the light gray yarn. So now we do not have to weave in the orange yarn, just leave it as such, and we'll continue working around with the light gray. Now I will do 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches, followed by 1 half double crochet in the next 3 stitches. Now I will do 2 half double crochet in the next stitch. Followed by a half double crochet in the next stitch. And I'm going to repeat this, that is a 2 half double crochet and a half double crochet 5 more times over here. Now I'll do a half double crochet in the next 3 stitches. Followed by a single crochet in the last stitch. This round will have a total of 36 stitches. Now we can put a pause to our project and we can attach eyes to our bird over here. For the eyes, I'm using 10 mm safety eyes here. You can embroider the eyes as well. I'll be attaching the eyes between round 3 and 4 of the head, approximately 2 stitches from the color change of round 5. So this is first stitch and second stitch, and I'll be inserting my eyes here. In the same way, you can attach the eyes on the other side, 2 stitches from the color change. And also we'll be marking 1 stitch at the back of our bird with a stitch marker. This is for the tail placement. Place the marker on the 23rd stitch of round 8. So I'm using another stitch marker here. And I'm going to count stitch all the way here, and this is my 23rd stitch. I'll be placing a marker here for the tail placement. Round 8, I will do 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches with the light gray. And at the second stitch, I will change my yarn to orange. Now I will do 1 single crochet in the next 6 stitches in orange. I'm going to follow the same method, that is holding these 2 strands of yarn on top of our project. And at the 6th stitch, I'll be changing my color back to gray. Now I will do a single crochet in the next 3 stitches. Followed by 1 half double crochet in the next 3 stitches. Followed by a half double crochet 2 together or a half double crochet decrease. To do so, I will yarn over, insert my hook in the next stitch, yarn over and bring up a loop. Now we have 3 loops on the hook. Instead of finishing this stitch, I will yarn over and insert my hook in the next stitch. And I will yarn over and bring a loop. So now we have a total of 5 loops on the hook. We would have taken 2 stitches in the bottom. Now I will yarn over and pull through all 5 loops at once. This is called as the half double crochet 2 together or a half double crochet decrease. And then I will work 1 half double crochet in the next stitch. So I'll be repeating this half double crochet 2 together, half double crochet 5 more times over here. Now I'll do 1 half double crochet in the next 3 stitches. followed by a single crochet in the last stitch. This round will have a total of 30 stitches. And now we are closing up the bird over here. Now for round 9, I will do 1 single crochet in the next 3 stitches in light gray. And I will change my color to orange over here in the 3rd single crochet. Now I will do 1 single crochet in the next 4 stitches with orange. And at the 4th stitch, I'll be finishing my stitch with a light gray. Now we can finish off orange here. So I'm going to leave a little tail and then we can trim the yarn. Now with light gray, I will do a single crochet in the next 7 stitches. We can weave in this tail now. This is optional. Followed by a single crochet 2 together or a single crochet decrease 6 times. To do so, I'll insert my hook in the next stitch, yarn over and bring a loop, and I will insert my hook in the next stitch, yarn over and bring a loop. So now we have a total of 3 loops on the hook. I'll yarn over and pull through all 3 loops at once. This stitch is called as the single crochet 2 together or a decrease. We would have taken 2 stitches in the bottom and completed it as 1 stitch. Now I'll repeat this 5 more times here. Now we'll have 4 stitches remaining here. I will do 1 single crochet in the next 4 stitches. Round 9 will have a total of 24 stitches. Now for round 10, the repeat pattern is a single crochet 2 together, followed by 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches. This entire round will be worked with light gray. I will repeat this pattern all the way around till the last stitch over here, and round 10 will have a total of 18 stitches. Now for round 11, the repeat pattern is a single crochet decrease or a single crochet 2 together, followed by 1 single crochet in the next stitch. I'll be repeating this pattern around, and this round will have a total of 12 stitches. Now we can stuff our bird with polyester fiberfill. Make sure not to overstuff it. We do not want to see holes in our project, but stuff it nicely. Now we'll work on the last round for our bird, which is round 12. In this round, I will do a single crochet 2 together for a total of 6 times. And after completing the 6th single crochet 2 together, I'm going to join with a slip stitch in my next stitch. To do so, I'll insert my hook in the next stitch. I will yarn over and bring a loop through the stitch and through the loop on the hook, and we can fasten off over here. To do so, I will leave a tail. We'll use this tail to close the opening, so make sure the tail is long enough, and then we can trim it over here. Next, I will yarn over and pull through the tail all the way through, and we can tighten this up. Now let us see how to close this opening. To do so, I'm going to thread the tail in a yarn needle, and I will insert this needle through the front loops of all the stitches remaining in the last round. So we'll not be inserting inside the entire stitch like this, that is in the V loops, that is in the 2 loops. We'll be inserting it in only the loop that is outside, that is the front loop. And once when we've covered all the stitches, you can pull this tail. See how the opening is getting closed? And then we can secure it with a knot over here. And we can weave the tail in. To weave in the tail, I'm going to insert the needle next to the knot, and I will insert it through the stuffing, and I will bring it out in any spot. Make sure not to pull this too tight because we do not want any dimples or dents in our project. So when you pull it, make sure to take your needle out, stretch the piece so that it's not lost its shape over here, and then we can trim off the tail over here. Now let's see how to crochet the tail. We'll be attaching our yarn in the marked stitch over here with a stitch marker. So make sure the head is facing you and the back of the bird is facing away from you. And I will join my same yarn with a slip stitch in the marked stitch. So I will insert my hook inside the marked stitch like this. And then I will hold my yarn and I will yarn over and bring a loop through the stitch. And I will yarn over and pull through. So there I have attached my yarn with a slip stitch. Now let's start working on the tail. So first I will do chain 6 over here. To do a chain, I'll yarn over and pull through the loop on the hook. So this is 1 chain. I will do 5 more chains here. So now we have a total of 6 chains, and we'll be crocheting our tail on these chains. So in the second chain from the hook, so this is the first chain and this is the second chain. Here I will do a single crochet, and I will do a single crochet in the remaining 4 chains here. So once when we've done that, I'll be inserting my hook in the next stitch, and I will do a slip stitch here. And now I will do chain 7, a single crochet in the second chain from the hook, and a single crochet in the remaining 5 chains. And I will join with a slip stitch in my next stitch here. And now we'll have one more feather over here. So I'm going to do chain 6 again, a single crochet in the second chain from the hook, and a single crochet in the remaining 4 chains. And I will join with a slip stitch in my next stitch. We can fasten off over here. So we have crocheted the tail for our bird. We can weave in these 2 tails. Now let us crochet the beak. For the beak, I'm using a yellow yarn here, and we'll be attaching this yellow yarn directly in the front of our bird, that is between round 4 and round 5. And the location is in between these 2 stitches over here. That is, we have 4 orange stitches in between the second and third orange stitch. So I will insert my hook like this in the stitch over here, and then I will join this yarn with a slip stitch. Now I will do chain 2 here, and I will do a single crochet in the second chain from the hook. So this is the first chain and this is the second chain. So here I will do 1 single crochet and I will do a slip stitch in the same stitch over here. And we can fasten off over here. We can weave in these 2 tails later. This is the bird after crocheting the tail and the beak. If you do not want to add wings to your bird, you can stop crocheting at this point, and this is a completely no-sew pattern. This pattern would look great for fur yarn or plush yarn and even eyelash yarn. Here I've crocheted with 2 strands of yarn, one being eyelash yarn and the other being acrylic yarn. But for acrylic yarn, I recommend adding wings to the project. And we'll attach the wings by sewing them onto a bird, and so the pattern will be a low sew pattern. Now let us crochet the wings. For the wings, I will do a slip knot followed by chain 7. To do a chain, I will yarn over and pull through the loop on the hook. This is 1 chain. We'll do 6 more chains here. Now we'll be working our wings around these chain. So in the second chain from the hook, this is the first chain and this is the second chain. Here I will do 1 single crochet and I will do a single crochet in the next 4 chains here. Now we are at the last chain. Here I will do 2 single crochet in the same chain, and now we'll be working on the other side of our chains. So turn the project like this and we'll be working on this side of the chains, and I will do 1 single crochet in the next 5 chains here. Round 2, I will do chain 5 here. And I will do a single crochet in the second chain from the hook, followed by a single crochet in the next 3 chains. And I will do a slip stitch in the next stitch over here. Now I'll do a half double crochet in the next stitch, followed by 2 half double crochet in the next, followed by 3 half double crochet in the next, two half double crochet in the next, a half double crochet in the next, and a slip stitch in the next stitch. And now we can fasten off over here, leaving a long tail. This is the right wing. Now let us crochet the left wing. The pattern for round 1 is same as the pattern of round 1 for the right wing. So here I've done chain 7 and I worked single crochets around the chain. Now let's crochet round 2. For round 2, I will do a half double crochet in the next stitch over here, followed by 2 half double crochet in the next stitch, followed by 3 half double crochet in the next stitch, followed by 2 half double crochet in the next, followed by a half double crochet in the next and a slip stitch in the next stitch, and I will do chain 5 here. I will do a single crochet in the second chain from the hook and a single crochet in the remaining 3 chains here. And I will join with a slip stitch in my next stitch. And we can fasten off over here, leaving a long tail. Now this is the left wing. Now let us see how to assemble the bird with wings. Here I have the bird, the left wing and the right wing. So first I'm going to take the right wing. I'm going to thread the long tail in a yarn needle, and I'm going to position the wing such that the tail of the wing is on top of the tail over here, and the starting point of the wing is under the eye like this, and I will sew it in place over here. And when you've sewn this, make sure to secure it with a knot over here. And then we can weave the tail in. In the same manner, position the left wing on the other side and the tail on the left wing on top of the tail over here, and the front of the wing under our eye, and we can sew it in place. I'll meet you after I sew this in place. The last optional step is to take a white thread and a smaller needle and embroider lines around the eyes. The next optional step is to embroider legs under our bird over here. This is how the completed bird looks. I hope you enjoy crocheting this bird along with me. You can crochet this bird along with its nest and eggs. Please show your support by subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching.